options for him and everything. And he just started exploring that.
And then it was experimental. Instead of him to use the only tactile print making, he used
so he started
epoxy on zinc.
So as he did his research, he wrote books and everything. Even the academics were saying, no, you're not really academic because he wasn't, from university of this or university of that. He was just doing his own thing and doing his own thing and writing his books and everything.
And writing about his techniques.
And when he did his technique or the idioms or the folklore he wrote what it meant, because if you see it will not be obvious to you, the arrangement. So if you do his book to say that, so his books were selling the artwork. So when people buy the books, they see, okay, so this is what this means, and that's what he was doing. And then he made it democratic. So how did it? So if he does the art piece, it can be in 3, 4, 5 sizes. So depending on your pockets, you will always, so anybody who wants art will always get something to buy from.
And there were prints.
Yes. And there were prints, and they would like many copies of it, and that's how.
Although they're limited.
So what do I mean?
Yes.
So at the end of the university degree, it's not usually all the all, but as far as you always expose yourself to research, and there are people who also have come into that space and been with him, and they've excelled. So I know lots of people. For example, Bill Gates was a dropout. He was a dropout. He didn't finish the school. After a certain point, he said, lecturer not get anything to teach, and he come out.
Even Steve Jobs, when they started their companies, when it gathered momentum, they dropped out.
When you interrogate, so when you already have that ability to research, open your mind, think, take diverse
but you had a vision, but you must have a vision.
Strong
one. Have a vision.
You have diverse opinions, you have that to interrogate, ask questions, research, to discover things. That's what really it does for you. So whether you actually go to a physical university or because all the things that we are reading in university, all the things that we're going to study, they are individuals who on their own who are researching. And when they research, they wrote down their findings. That's what is them, and that's what people are going to.
I will not mention the name of a lecturer, a prolific painter. He said, Bruce used to draw spiritism and all those things. But today come.
And that's why those, education is supposed to open your mind. Right?
Yeah, but blow you up.
None of those professors become actually close-minded instead of open-minded. Instead of the education to liberate them, they get travel the dogma, the technique, the format.
It must be this way. Look at this man. Akim will tell me that there is a sequence that they write papers, that they deliver papers. Break away from all crowd.
The point of that is to let this information be accessible to a new generation of people. If you put it in the format that they put it, nobody wants to go through 15 books, massive books to know the history of Nigeria. They want to see it in 3 lines, and get the gist of it. You understand? That's what I'm saying.
I have a client.
How do I get
that thing Barrett did is a highly powerful scholarly presentation. There is nothing unscholarly about it.
More than 1, 2, 3. It is more than that.
Sorry. So how do we get it? How do we get people excited? The very, very first books I read on Shakespeare, small reader.
On Shakespeare.
Shakespeare was.
I read children's
20-page.
Yes.
Shakespeare.
Yes.
And each of those stories was like a paragraph and everything. And this thing. When I saw the really complete, I felt we are massive books, but in secondary school, there's no way we're going to read this thing. But because I read those small excerpts like this and I got the gist of it, I was now excited on reading the big book. And if we cannot do that, there's no way.
Along those lines, Barrett, you can make your essay into a small book and sell.
Yes.
Just like I was introduced to art by Ladybird books for children.
Yes.
Colorful books. That's how I started learning about art. I like what you said about Bruce, that Bruce started behind his colleagues. That while they were already heads of department, stars in academia, he went to a secondary school. And from there was developing himself gradually. They may not have had his kids, may not have been as flashy as those of Uche Okeke and others. But he started grooming himself slowly.
In a humble manner.
Yes.